Hey guys, it's Exile from YGO Team Backfire, and I'm here today with people.
And Sly.
Yeah, and today we decided why not follow up with our last video, the counter fairy one, and you know, let's take three of those and then hopefully make the best deck we can out of the three structure decks. So this is what we decided was the best.
This is our theory crafting, or our post-theory crafting video.
So basically, what we did is we just took like what we thought were the best cards of the structure deck, did a little playtesting with them, switched some cards around. But this is only cards from the structure deck. Nothing that you need to tech in, nothing that you need to do. You just gotta buy 3 copies of structure deck, and you have like it's competitive. So I mean, during our playtesting, we haven't really played anything.
We didn't play any really good decks, but that's mainly because nobody plays good decks anymore on YGOpro. It's kind of sad. At least in my experience, nobody plays any.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
No,
It did pretty well though in testing though.
I mean, against like what? Heroes and Exodia.
I was just questioning like, no. I'm like, what?
Count that as testing.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just go on with the deck profile. So first we have the Angel Paladin Arc Parshath, the boss monster. Pretty self-explanatory if you can read the effect. I mean, if you activate a counter trap or something that just negates a spell, a trap effect or a monster effect, and while this card's in your hand, you can just banish 2 fairy types from your hand, field, and/or graveyard, and then special summon it. And it does piercing, and it searches a Parshath card. So a Parshath card or a counter trap from your deck.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's not like
Yeah, it's not too difficult. It is kind of funny though because we didn't actually need to use it nearly as much as you'd expect during some of our testing. We only summoned it like once, right, guys?
Yeah, that was once, and that was off the trap card.
Yeah, exactly. So like the trap card is really, I think, the most consistent way of summoning that card out. Otherwise, you can fully work and operate just based off of your small monsters. So you may move forward now.
I would even say you could probably cut this card down to 1 if you really wanted to.
Yeah, you could.
It's pretty, and all the other monsters too. So
You could play like almost like a Brilliant Fusion Engine where you play 3 of the trap card and 1 of that.
Maybe. Okay, the second card is Power Angel Valkyria. We were playing this at 3, at least I was, and then after some testing, we cut down to 2.
Did I hear Power Ranger Valkyria?
The Power Angel.
I heard
Power
Ranger,
Angel.
and I'm like,
The
go
main reason why
Power
this is at 2
Rangers!
this is not.
The main reason
super
why this
fun.
is at 2 is basically because of the ties of the brethren, which we'll get onto later. But basically, if you can read the effect, just if you negate anything, you can add a light fairy, which is most likely going to be the next card, Guiding Ariadne.
Which adds something
But
else.
regardless, and something else. I mean, you can do honesty, but okay. Next card is Guiding Ariadne.
Really self-explanatory. I don't think you need to go over this one.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
Really
Destroyed, search
self-explanatory.
3 cards, show 3 cards, you get 1. Your opponent chooses.
It's basically
That's
like
it. You know.
Pantheism for counter traps. And
yeah,
then
it is pantheism. Well, the thing is, you can play. The good thing about this deck is that you can play both as a Pelham card and as a monster card because it works both ways.
You get benefits from both ways. It's whether if you're already got an established board, it's better as a pendulum. If you don't have an established board, it can really quickly get you into that established board by just searching you 1 counter trap, and that's nice.
All right, the next card is the Angel Sage Minerva.
The one that mills 3 cards.
Yep. I wish.
Minerva.
Or Dante, but regardless, this card, I think this is my favorite card in this deck, just because of the fact that it gains 500 permanently after each counter trap, and essentially, yeah, I think we got to like 3,200.
Yeah, I think it reached 4,000 actually.
Oh,
We're running 12 trap cards, and they're all counter traps. Like, you're not running any regular traps or anything else in this deck. You're just running straight counter traps. So, anything like Wobaku or Mirror Force or Stone.
Plus, you have ways to search them. So, like, even if you you might pop up with 1 in your opening turn, but then the next turn with the Guiding Ariadne, you'll get another one. You'll just consistently get more and more counter traps. And if the card stays on board for returns, it's going to be ridiculously overpowered.
And plus, there's also the secondary effect of if Sanctuary in the Sky is on the field, which you technically run 6 of in this build, you can just add a counter trap with a different name than any activated counter trap from your grave to your hand. So it's good late game as well.
Yeah, you cycle card. You just cycle. You just cycle and you gain attack at the same time. It's kind of stupid.
All right, the next card is Bountiful Artemis. The only reason why we're running it is because, I mean, if you didn't have to structure, it's the only reason because we're only running it because it's the only another good fairy in this deck. Otherwise, we wouldn't really run it at all.
Yeah, you wouldn't run it except for that. There's one kind of quote unquote combo that you can use it. You can basically special it out by searching it or quote unquote searching it. So like you wouldn't necessarily want to draw it often. That's why it's only at 1. It's like it's okay, but it can build you resources, which is why it's an okay option to play.
Yeah. Next is the Meltiel, the Sage of the Sky. I mean, it's
another one of. I just think life points is really nice, but that's only if you have Sanctuary in the Sky on the field.
Yeah, it is really powerful though if you can get a combo off with that and I think it was Minerva. And switching around Warning, because you just only pay 1,000 life points every time you activate Warning. You just activate Warning again and again and again and again and again and again, which is kind of broken. But you know.
Yeah, you can also recycle your Warning in this deck. So basically, you have Warning.
Yeah, you just Warning for 1,000. It's awesome.
And then
right,
if you have Ariadne in your pendulum zone, if you have Ariadne in your pendulum zone. 1,000 by activating Warning, which is really nice.
Yeah. Next card then, it's Honest, and Honest is just amazing because like you have a bunch of small monsters and they can win you the game. The only problem is when you first have those small monsters on the board, you need to keep them alive, and Honest just does that. And yeah, it's as simple as that.
I mean, if you have Sanctuary in the Sky on the field, you don't need to worry that much because any like battle you have with a fairy. Like if your opponent's monster has higher attack, if you don't have Honest in your hand, and if you have Sanctuary in the Sky on the field, you don't have to worry that much because you won't take any battle damage, but you'll lose your monster. But if you have Honest, then you have no worries at all.
Exactly.
Especially if you're like with all the small bodies you have, like it's just so helpful.
Exactly.
All right, next.
Hand traps.
Exactly.
So, the only 2 hand traps: the Heralds of Orange Light and Green Light. Orange is for monsters, green is for spells. We don't run the crappy purple one because
unless you're playing against Paleozoics, it doesn't matter. The also nice thing is you only have to play 1 of each because you can search them off with the card above and to the left. I don't remember any of these cards' names.
Power
Ranger. The Power Ranger. That's that one. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next is the 3 copies of Ties to the Brethren.
So this one basically starts off all your quote unquote combo. If you open up with any of the kind of like utility cards, or even with one of the cards you'd want to normally like the one-ofs, you can use this card to special out 2 different ones, and you can set up a rather nice kind of 3-card combo. So this is kind of the reason why we were playing the fairy that we never counter trapped or cards negated. You draw a card because you could. If you opened up like Guiding Arianda, you could activate this card, special out that card that draws 1, and then search the one that recurs ones and gains the attack. So it can kind of set up a soft but good board.
Have like a good rank option, like a rank 4 option going into for your deck. You can also do that, but I also believe it has to be a fairy type because of the restrictions of Ties to the Brethren.
Yeah.
It has to be the same type and attribute and the level. So if you have the Heralds, then you're like kind of out of luck. But
yeah, and summon out the Herald and then activate Ties to the Brethren because you can't really do much past that.
Exactly.
All right, next we were kind of forced to pick this one. To be honest, Cards from the Sky, just because of the fact that it's one of your main consistency cards.
Yeah, it gets you into drawing into Ties to the Brethren basically. And Sanctuary in the Sky and like the fake Sanctuary in the Sky.
And the good thing is it's not once per turn either, so if you just draw the same card over and over again, you're fine.
You just activate, it's basically activating desires, but you can do it 3 times in a turn instead of once, right guys?
Oh yeah, of course. All right, next card. It's this guy.
Oh jeez, this is so good.
Yeah, this card's actually surprisingly. I didn't think it would be that good, but it's really good.
Amazing.
Yeah. Sanctuary of Parshath. Not only does it count as Sanctuary in the Sky, all your fairies gain 300 attack and defense, and your set spells and traps on the field cannot be destroyed by card effects. And neither player can target them with card effects. So you summon this, and you're basically fine. I mean, I think if you play this, I don't think your opponent can Ash Blossom you other, can't they? Because they had to target.
They can't do it.
You know.
Which is really good.
Yeah, they can't Ghost Ogre and they can't Ash Blossom, so you're fine.
Once per turn effect is really good too, because you can basically stack your deck for things that you want.
You can say, screw the rules, I have money.
Yeah. All right, next card, kind of self-explanatory. Sanctuary in the Sky. You know.
It does what it
Sanctuary
does.
in the Sky. Well, we have. Oh, you don't know what it does?
No,
well,
I said it does what it does. It's self-explanatory. Who cares, right?
Yeah, sure.
Sanctuary in the Sky. You're only running it because you need it.
Yeah.
So
many cards get an additional effect from it, so like, why not?
Yeah, that's one reason. And plus, you're running a certain trap that needs Sanctuary in the Sky on the field. So
Exactly.
okay, Ultimate Providence. Yeah, Ultimate Providence. It's basically Solemn Judgment with a heavy cost. But if you have Guiding Ariadne in your in your Pendulum Zone, then it basically like has no cost at all.
Yeah,
It's just a Solemn Judgment.
It's Solemn Judgment if you have Guiding Ariadne, but if you don't, it's Macabre. So it's a good card.
It's a really good card. So moving on to the Parshath counter trap, which is also really, really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
This card is so cool. So
It's
when
really
it's
good as
not-
long as you don't set both of your counter traps like somebody.
That was a mistake. Okay, I didn't know how to play this deck until like 12 minutes ago.
It was a mistake.
Regardless,
Your life's a
It's
mistake.
basically when anything is activated, you can reveal one counter trap in your hand, discard one card, pay 1,000, and then negate and just destroy. You shuffle that card into your deck. One Parshath monster from your
Parshath monster.
Parshath.
So, yeah, but both from your like deck or your extra deck, and usually you would summon this guy, but you still summon this guy.
Ascending air. You just go ahead and look up Ascending Air Knight.
Or just type in Parshath like I'm gonna do right now.
Yeah, the synchro. I mean, yeah, this one. You can special summon this guy if you do have him, but I mean, it's not really a very good option. You can do it.
Yeah.
Okay, next up is Dark Bribe.
The best card in the game.
It's self-explanatory, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, Dark Bribe is second to MST.
No, what are you talking about? Dark Bribe is second to Mushroom Man.
It's because SMT, I was about to say. MST can
SMT.
negate, but this one can't negate, you see?
But, like, Mushroom Man. So you're set. Mushroom Man is
Yeah, moving
ultimate boss card.
Divine Punishment. It's Solemn Judgment if Sanctuary in the Sky is on the field, and if you follow this deck, you have 6, and if you have Terraforming, you basically have, I think, 9.
Yeah, and if it's set rotation, you have 10.
You have 10, yeah. Another one.
Another one. You get a Sanctuary in the Sky. You get a Sanctuary in the Sky. Everybody gets a Sanctuary in the Sky.
Everyone.
Okay, and lastly, we have Solemn Warning because it's included in the structure deck.
This is warning you not to pick up this deck. No, I'm joking. It's a pretty good deck, actually. I was pleasantly surprised.
So below in this side deck, we have like other counter trap cards that if you do have them, then they're very good options in the deck, and you can tech them in. So just to go over them, Grand Horn of Heaven, obviously, it's a pretty good card. Someone they draw a card and then move, and then it skips the end phase that they're on. So if they're in the main phase right now, they go main phase 1, they go to the battle phase, and then if they're in the main phase 2, go straight to the end phase, which is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Next is Drastic Drop Off.
Yeah. It's all right.
It's included in the structure deck, so
It's a structure deck, and I think that's the only reason we put it on here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's another one. I was looking through all like different types of counter traps, and the selection is it's okay, I guess. I mean, it works if your opponent's like, for example, if they're playing I don't know.
If they're playing something like that what's that card called? Rivalry of the Warlord. It's kind of like that. Like it does the same kind of countering that Rivalry of the Warlords does. Or wait, no.
So like if you're playing like a 6 samurai deck or a black wing deck or something, or you're playing against one of those and they summon another wing beast, you can be like, nah, that's okay.
Yeah, when they summon Graph, then you can negate the Seer summon.
Yeah. All right.
Everything's burning.
Of course,
Abyss.
you had to make a Burning Abyss reference there,
Dude,
right?
I have a video. If you guys want to see it, gotta put this video at like 50 likes. I have a video from February that I recorded and forgot about. That is actually pretty lit, and it's like 30 minutes long. But if you want it,
2016 or 17?
2017. So yeah, it's like it's pretty legit. It's actually probably like the best Burning Abyss video out there, except for one guy's Burning Abyss video. He's got a better video than I do, but I don't want to copyright him, so I could steal all the stuff. So yeah.
All right. So wiretap.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I like wiretap.
It's a good. It's also like in a general side deck for this deck, it would be pretty good because like if you're playing a paleo matchup, that's a really good card. Or just playing against any trap deck.
Anything, yeah, anything that's trap heavy.
This is definitely a 3-0. Just saying.
Strike. Do we even have to go over this?
Yeah, if you can, I would say run. If you hypothetically only have room for 2, cut the warning, play 3 of this because then you can search it using like Arya, whatever that card's name is. I'm never gonna pronounce it correctly. That one, yeah, exactly. Ariana Grande or whatever that person. That card, right?
Pronounce Ariadne.
You can search using this card and this card.
But can't pronounce Ariadne.
Exactly. It's difficult, man.
Here, next card. Counter. Personal favorite.
For the mirror match.
The mirror match. Any solemn card out there?
Debunk.
Do you want to say Debunk is good?
And last but not least is Recall.
Yeah, Recall's
also comes in the structure deck.
If you want to play a crazy amount of monster negations, play Recall. But like Strike is better if you can afford Strike.
Well, I mean, also Strike comes free in the Code of the Duel Special Edition too, so it's something.
Well, not necessarily. You've like a 50% chance of drawing it. So
50 chance. Excuse me.
Dude, but you have to spend like $10 for that. That's expensive, man. It's like.
It's not that expensive.
I'm not made of money. I used to be, but I wasn't. Not anymore.
My meals consist of ramen, top ramen almost all the time. I'm a college student. What do you expect?
Fair.
All right, so that's basically the deck profile. If you want, we can add a couple duels at the end, just like 2.
Yeah, it's gonna be 2 because we only have 2 good duels.
2.
Because this guy sucks.
We'll probably do
that statement
of the duels if you guys want to see that. I mean, just make sure comment, like if you want the things,
Get that 50 likes for that Burning Abyss video. I'll do it.
It's just end it. Outros are hard.